Hi everyone, Grace here. Just wanted to talk to you tonight about time. So we all have things in our lives that are valuable and are important to us, but one of the most valuable, if not the most valuable thing you have is your time. You cannot get it back. So I used to manage hotels, and one of the terms that I learned there was perishable inventory. And what that means is that on a particular night, you only have one opportunity to sell each room that you have. And once that night passes, you can sell it the next night, the room, but you can't go back and sell it for yesterday. So once that night passes, you have lost out on that revenue, which is why it's called perishable inventory. And it's the same thing with the time in our lives. Once you go to bed, that day is over. You can never get the time back. So in the hotel world, the goal is to be at 100% occupancy 100% of the time, which, to be honest, is not easy and nearly impossible. But we have control over our schedules, and so we get to have 100% of our time 100% the way that we choose it. So I just want to encourage you to think about what is valuable to you, what's important, and what do you need to spend the inventory of time that you have on. So that's going to look different for everyone, of course. You may remember a few months ago I talked to you guys about doing a time inventory, and I've actually done 3 or 4 of them myself in the last 6 months or so, because my schedule changes so often, my priorities change. A Bible study comes and it goes, or a job comes for me, an organizing job, and it leaves and new ones come. And so my life is always changing, and so my schedule is always changing. And doing that inventory is really important to me because it shows me what I value and how much time I want to spend each week on that specific task. So what does your life look like? What is your schedule? I'm in a season right now where I don't have any kids. I'm not married. So my schedule is basically my own. I get to map it out exactly how I want to and not consider too many other people. But maybe you're married and maybe you have kids. Maybe you have pets and they take some sort of ranking on your schedule as far as priorities go. And of course you want to make time for them, but make time for yourself too. Because thinking about time, we've got only so much per day, but we've only got so much in the grand scheme of our lives too. And so it's really important to think about, what do you want to do with the time that you're given? Make sure that you remember how precious it is and how valuable that time is, and just be really intentional. One of the ways to be intentional, and that's something I'm still practicing, is learning how to say no and learning how to say yes. So learning how to say no is setting boundaries in your schedule and knowing how much you can handle, and having the courage and the boundaries to say no. If someone tries to put something on your plate, it's okay to say no, because you have so much inventory like we talked about, and you get to decide where you're going to spend your money, your time. So learn how to say no, but also learn how to say yes. Take some opportunities, take some risks, and learn how to be mindful of what would add value to your life. So only say yes to the things that are going to add maybe money if you have some financial goals, or if it's going to add friendship and community, and that's really something you're needing right now. Just be thinking about what your needs are, what you can say yes to, and how you can reach those goals. So the root of our day is the schedule of our day. So just make sure that you're intentional about what you want in your schedule, and you're planning for it, and then you're executing it. But of course, as you know, there's always grace in every situation. There's times we plan things out and they just don't work, and things come up, but consistency is key. So the more consistent you are with those things, the better results you'll see. And then of course, just put some grace all over the situations when you can't do what you say you were going to do, or you feel like taking a nap instead of going for a walk. It happens, you guys. But just wanted to encourage you with that. If there's anything you take from this video, I want you to remember perishable inventory. That is your time. It is perishable, and after tomorrow, you don't have today's time. So what are you going to do with it? Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great night.